it's been the brokest season of my life, guys. Like, I've been broke before, but not like this. I remember there was 1 month where I got paid and then my debit orders hit. Ga, 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 ga. And I think like 2 or 3 days later, I went to check my bank account to see how much money is left. And it was like on zero. Sanibonani Makaya, intombi yenu uSimphiwe zamigile Mthethwa, and this is Mthethwa kaMthethwa. Njengenjoyela ukukhala isicathulo sami futhi umthetho wanamhlanje utwi subscribe, ungakhohlwa ukutshela abangani bakho, batshela abangani babo, batshela wonke umuntu ukuthi sesifikile sesikhona nabo abayenze bathi subscribe. Hey, subscribe, come on, subscribe, come on, subscribe, oh, subscribe, hey, if I wasn't sitting on this chair, I'd be twerking. But I see Kolapo. I hope you guys are good. I hope you're awesome, and I hope you're doing everything you're supposed to. We are slap bam in the middle of winter, and I'm not okay. I'm not alright. But I'm not gonna get into that complaint about how trash winter is, what a nonsense winter is. No. We're gonna talk about Drake's album. Psych. We're not gonna talk about Drake's album. He did drop an album, a surprise album on us. This is not the first time that he does this. I think this is his 7th studio album, if I'm not mistaken. But the cool thing about this album is that we have our very own Black Coffee, who is an executive producer. What? Like, that is South African excellence. That is black excellence. Like, I don't know what that is, but that is all we do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind and a man. And minute. All our hands on me go up. And they stay there, you know? So, yeah, shout out to Black Coffee. He's doing the things to be done. But also there's been quite a few like hip-hop projects that have dropped this year. Future dropped an album. Kendrick dropped an album. Can we talk about Kendrick's album? Like, my friends don't really focus with Kendrick like that, so I haven't really been able to kind of dissect the album with other people and just be able to be like, did you listen? Did you really hear what that boy was saying? Somebody, come on, guys, like, comment below. Let's have the Kendrick chat. Obani futhi, Jack Harlow, he also dropped an album. Yeah, I haven't really been keeping up to date with the hip hop projects that have dropped this year, but yeah, there's been quite a few albums. Chance the Rapper has a single out featuring Joey Badass called Lows and Highs or Lows. That song is really, really nice. I've been giving it a listen. Too nice. And there's someone that I'm always giving a listen to, Kota the Friend. If you have not bumped Kota the Friend, my friend, my guy, my girl, like, do yourself a favor and go bump him today. And if you do, like, comment below. Let's have a chat about Kota the Friend. Like, tell me which songs you know you folks with a lot, and what's the song that got you to love him, because that man can do no wrong, Mas. He can do no wrong. And bringing it, you know, to South I mean, Ukabza dropped an album. The king of Amapiano dropped an album, and I've been giving that a listen, and it's so nice. It's so soulful. It's so chilled vibes. Like, oof. Now, Ukabza can do no wrong. Like, Ukabza can do no wrong. But I'm sure you guys are not watching this video to hear me talk about all the music I've been consuming, about the albums that have been dropped, the artists and whatnot. Surely you're not here for that. And if you are, I'm sorry, but we're not going to get into that chat today. What we are going to talk about is how I feel like I know what I want to do with the rest of my life. Is that dramatic enough? I hope that was like a nice dramatic pause for you guys. Like, I hope that got you like on something. But truth of the matter, this is me announcing to the world that I'm on the road to becoming a full-time YouTuber. There, I said it. Oh God. Ooh. I thought the words will not come out of my mouth. But yes, I'm on the road to becoming a full-time YouTuber. YouTube is like the only thing I want to do. It has consumed my life that much. And over the past couple of years, it's just, my love for YouTube has grown like immensely. Like a lot. And it just started off with me just like thinking, oh, these videos are cool. Oh, that's a dope content creator. To being able to see other South African content YouTubers or content creators actually do it on a full-time basis and be like, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. And being honest with myself to say, this is a path that I actually want for me, myself, and I, and not thinking about abantu bazutini. And I think like people that have known me for a very long time, they're like, obvious, this is so obvious. You've always said you wanted to become the next Oprah. But I never defined what that looked like for me. Yes, I would say to people, oh, I want to be the next Oprah. But what does that look like? Because there can only be one Oprah, right? And she's all the way in America living her best life. Mom, or if you're watching this, I still wouldn't mind being adopted. Yes, I know I'm 27, but I can call you Ma. I can definitely call you Ma. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And defining what that success looks like for me. And I've been someone who kind of has my life all planned out, or like just being able to dream and be able to say, I want to live here, I want to drive this car, I want to do this, I want to go there. But overall, in terms of my life, like it coming together and it being like a nice puzzle when you look at it, when you're 70, what does that look like? I didn't really know. I really did not know until a couple of weeks ago, where I was just like, YouTube. That's all I want to do. YouTube content creation. That's all. Like, I want to be a full-time YouTuber. And that kind of scared me because, guys, I've been going through it. Like, I've been going through it. The past couple of months have been challenging. So this is almost like a life update video as well, to kind of give you an insight of some of the things that I've been dealt with, and just saying that, like, in the midst of the storm that I've been facing, I kind of found peace, and I've kind of found what I want to do for the rest of my life. And now I have to take action and actually do the things to be done and hold myself accountable. So at the end of like 2020, I would say, or the beginning of 2021, my grandmother was diagnosed with dementia. This is something I rarely speak on, but she was diagnosed with dementia, and that has impacted us not only financially, but like emotionally. It has been quite the roller coaster. Seeing someone that you love just deteriorate before your eyes has been heartbreaking, to say the least. And not being able to do anything about it has been, and there's been nights where I've hardly slept because my grand doesn't want to go to sleep for whatever reason, and it's like she's keeping the whole house awake. And dealing with that and finding healthy coping mechanisms has also been like a challenge. So that's the one. The second thing has been like a shift in my finances. So last year sometime I bought a car. And that was really, really dope. That was really cool. And then a month later, I got this email from one of the jobs I worked at, because I was that girl, multiple income streams, secure the bag by any means. And one of the jobs that I worked at sent me an email to say, due to COVID and the impact that COVID has had on the company, they can no longer afford my services. And my salary was immediately cut into half. Like, that job was no longer, and I only had one job left, and that was like my only source of income, and that was stressful, guys. Like, I had just made this big purchase, and now my salary is cut in half. It's been, it's been kind of tight financially. And yes, I did dip into my savings. And even when I did and I had this plan, like, oh my gosh, yes, I have enough money saved up to last me for a couple of months because I'm going to get another job and whatnot, there has been so many unexpected financial expenses that have occurred that I'm just like, what? This is not part of the budget. Like, I can't afford for this to happen. Like, I got my phone stolen twice, our microwave stopped working, the fridge stopped working. At one point, the drains were blocked. We had to get a plumber in, and then we ended up getting new taps. There was some sort of renovations going on in the house because we wanted to get a tenant in. It's just been a lot, and this was like one after the other, and work was hectic as well. There would be like days, weeks even, where I'd wake up and drive to the office and I'd cry, and then like leave the office and drive back home and just cry, because it was just a lot. In fact, it's been the brokest season of my life, guys. Like, I've been broke before, but not like this. I remember there was 1 month where I got paid and then my debit orders hit, and I think like 2 or 3 days later, I went to check my bank account to see how much money is left, and it was like on zero. The month had just started, guys, and I was just like, what? And the cost of fuel. Guys, it's been a very, very hectic period in my life, to say the least. And in the midst of all of that, I've kind of been trying to like figure out, how did I get here? How do I get out of here? Like, I kind of really started asking myself, what is it that you want to do? What kind of impact do you want to have? And YouTube has kind of been the answer. Like, it's like I keep falling in love with YouTube, and I think it's just like I keep being consumed with YouTube and YouTube content and saying, oh my gosh, like, your creativity can be pushed and pushed and there is no limits to what you can do and cannot do. And it's so dope seeing like other content creators that literally shoot their content using their iPhones to other channels where they have a whole production team, and you can see that yes, they spent millions here, and you realize there is no limit to what you can put your mind to when it comes to YouTube. So this is kind of like me announcing that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. No, I'm not quitting my job yet. Like, I am kind of putting like an exit strategy in place, because I really want to give this my all, and I want to take calculated risks. I also want to not just do content where I'm sitting like this in front of the camera. No. I want to bring you more storytelling stuff, lifestyle content. If you're not following me on Instagram, on Twitter, what are you doing? Because you're missing out on some bomb.com lifestyle content. In fact, here's a sneak peek on what you're missing out on. Sooner, but hey, you know what, it's okay, it's all right, because Lulu and I went to the AZ Adventures here in Johannesburg, and we quad biked for the first time, and it was super fun. We didn't have much expectations, but it was all that and then some. Like, I can totally see myself doing this week in, week out. Like, yes, honey. You see what I mean? You see the kind of content you're missing out on. So yeah, follow me on Instagram and on TikTok for that kind of content, because I definitely want to do lifestyle and travel, but lifestyle and travel. I want to do lifestyle and travel content, but that needs money, and we need to make money. We need to be making a whole lot of money for us to be able to do that kind of content, but also just sitting and talking to people and telling their stories. I'm just super excited for that. But yeah, that's kind of like been my life update and the things that I've been through, and kind of just admitting to myself that I, Simphiwe Mthethwa, want to become a full-time YouTuber. With that said, guys, let's get to 1,000 subscribers. Like, come on, give this video a thumbs up. Let's get to at least 50 likes. Comment below. I will engage with you guys. Tell me what you're listening to. Tell me where you're at. I know that this is a very stressful period in our lives. You know, the cost of living is at an all-time high, you know. So how you feeling? How you doing? How you coping? You know, like, I'm very curious to hear. And like, well,
now, hello.
hi, that's my grand, guys. But from Nina, into guys, yeah, no, Simphiwe, Zama, Mthethwa. I'll see you on the flip side. Hey, we can keep each other company. Hey, oh, company. Hey. Oh, we can. Hey, keep each other company. Hey, a company. Okay. Let's get into it. Enough of that. Enough. Okay, let's get the ball right. Are you ready? Are you ready? We're gonna have a good one. We're just having a conversation.